Hey, welcome back. Simon Lee's here. I've got a Budgie related video for you again today. After the last one, I asked for some requests if anybody got any particular things that they wanted me to talk about and demonstrate and whatever. And two guys, Dave Brown and Mr. Smith, both commented saying that they'd like me to demonstrate how I play Gunslinger. Brilliant, dead pleased with that, because Gunslinger was probably my favourite Budgie song to perform. So it's one of the Budgie tunes that I play on my one-man rock show, and the other one is Napoleon Bonaparte 1 and Part 2. I thought I'd choose those because Napoleon was the one that we always kind of finish the main part of the set with. After that, we'd go off stage and then come back on if the crowd wanted any more, you know. So we'd come back on and do Bread Fan, Whiskey River, and then back into Bread Fan again, kind of thing. So we'd sort of put Whiskey River where the quiet bit was in Bread Fan. We never play the quiet bit live, so it was something that Burke always said, I can't understand why I used to do that. I used to put these quiet interludes in the middle of heavy songs and stuff, and he says he never really enjoyed playing them live, so that's why we never did it. Anyway, back to Gunslinger. It's a tune from the first album that John Thomas was on. John Thomas was the guitarist that came after Tony Borge, in terms of recording anyway. Rob Kendrick actually came in between the two, but Rob Kendrick didn't record any albums, any proper albums anyway, that I know of. So yeah, this is from the Power Supply album, which came out in about 1980. It was a very popular album amongst the fans. I think it's a great album, and it was probably a little bit more hard hitting and a bit more, you know, just generally more rocky than some of the earlier stuff, which kind of could get a bit eclectic at times. And yeah, so Gunslinger, I guess you listen to the lyrics and you think of, if you're a Stephen King fan, Roland of Gilead, the Dark Tower series, and whatever things that was based on, you know, the sort of Clint Eastwood type, you know, dark, mysterious character who breezes into town and sorts out the bad guys, you know. It's what you want. So I'm going to take you through the various parts of the song, and the first part is, it's like it's a thing that I don't do very often. It's as close as I ever get to fingerstyle playing, where you have to do kind of two things simultaneously with this hand, which I find very strange. It's something that I know people who do this very, very well, and I'll shout out to Pete Kent, a local guy from Wolverhampton, who is an absolute master at fingerstyle. I've got no pretensions about getting being able to get anywhere near that, you know. This is as close as I ever got. The tune for the intro, if I do it just without the sort of two things simultaneously aspect, it just goes. So that's, I mean, you know, that's straightforward. So what I had to do to make it sound a bit more, I don't know, complete, is play just a constant eighth note pattern on the low E string. So there's no finger work on the low E string. It's literally just the open string all the way through. A little bit of palm muting, and so I use my plectrum for that, and I have to use either my second finger or my third finger to play the notes on the other strings. I couldn't really care less which finger I'm using, you know, it's whichever one gets there first. Quite often it's my third finger. So that's it, that's kind of the idea. So tips for how to do this, man. If you saw my video that I did 2 weeks ago, which was about how to sing and play at the same time when the two parts, like the vocal part and the guitar part, are not very closely related, it's a similar sort of thing to that. It's, you know, it's like, as I said at the start of that video, it's like trying to sort of rub your belly while you're patting your head, that type of mad thing. So stop it there. It's basically the same again, same sequence of notes and stuff, but the beat kind of changes. It's really strange. If I play I'm going to play along to the backing track, which I've got queued up. So see if you can kind of see when it changes. It's just as it goes into the second time round, where the beat is kind of moves to a different part of the riff. So I'm playing the same riff, but the beat is in a different place. I'll see if you can. Okay, so I'm going to stop it there because, I mean, hopefully you could see it's like where I was nodding my head, it kind of changed to a different part of the beat. I remember talking to Burke about this and saying, that's really weird, you know, what was that all about? And he says, oh yeah, he says John cocked it up, so, you know, but it kind of stuck and we just learned how to play it that way, and that's how the song goes. So that was a bit of a brain scrambler when I was trying to work it out, but it's kind of cool. It's just become, in my head anyway, it's just become part of the charm of the song, you know. It's great. The other weird thing is, or the thing that took me a long time to get used to, and I found a method of doing it, was where to come in when the singing starts, because the singing starts as I play that first chord. So it just gets to the end of this part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He stepped into the dawn. So I had to literally count. What I know I'd got to come in on 7. So it's so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ba, 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 ba. So again, bizarre. I mean, who does that? You know, it's like things. I like things to come in 4s, 8s, 16s, yeah, that sort of thing. You know, but this is how the song was written. You know, it's kind of like they weren't. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I have a similar issue with Stairway to Heaven on the bit that kind of goes. You know, it's that bit just doesn't make sense, and the bit at the end of that where it's like. I mean, dead easy to play. It's not complicated chords or things like that. It's just the counting and the timing is just bizarre, you know. So this falls into that category, I think, Gunslinger. Anyway, so you've got an idea how the intro goes. So I use the same guitar sound. I mean, live, when I was playing with Budgie, I did have a specific sound for the intro for Gunslinger. I haven't got my pedal board set up at the minute, but I've kind of recreated something a little bit like it. I'm using the Neural DSP Archetype Petrucci X plugin, and I've got it on I've set up a sound on that basically to specifically for this, and if I turn the volume on the guitar down to almost off, and I've got the neck pickup activated. This, by the way, this Charvel Fusion Custom guitar is the guitar that I used to play Gunslinger on mostly. I have changed the bridge pickup and the middle pickup. I was going to change the neck pickup as well, but for some reason, because the body underneath the neck pickup is really thin, I couldn't fit a normal Seymour Duncan Hot Rails pickup in there, which is what I wanted to do. So I ended up putting that in my PV Tracer, where there's a couple of videos elsewhere on my channel from about a year ago when Andy Neville set that all up for me. He did this as well. He put the pickups in, and it just brightened it up a little bit. That's all it is. But it is basically the same guitar that I used with Budgie. Played it all over, played it in America, played it in Scandinavia, everywhere, and Poland as well. So that sound, you can tell it's not crystal clean, but it's clean enough. For this type of sound, I think the type of sound that's required for this tune, you don't want it clinically clean. I think when I first joined the band, I think it might well have been, but it's no good. It's like you need a little bit of grit in there. And it's like when you wind it up for the bit that requires the heavy sound, it's a more natural thing rather than pressing a pedal. You'll hear it. So I'm going to demonstrate the verse riff, at least for the first verse riff. So it's. That was a bit disappointing, wasn't it? So basically when Burke he elevates his voice, it's like cool. So that's it. It's just trying to find where to do the harmony. I've used the smallest amount of gain I could get away with, because for this to come across as well as possible, it needs to be punchy, and if you put too much gain, it just kind of gets rid of the dynamics, so that's so we've got some sort of stretchy Brian May chords. That's that thing where you sort of drop the root note down a fret and you get that nice inverted sort of power chord type of thing. But you know how nice those single notes sound, I try not to get it swimming in reverb, but the controls on this plugin are quite sensitive, and it's either sort of dry as a bone or absolutely, sounds like you're playing in a public toilet or a swimming bath or something like that, But I think that's not too bad. The sound's only coming through this clip-on mic, so I'm going to try and. I've got to apologise for the sound on the last video, because I was kind of bent over, and I'm hoping it's not going to do it on this one. We'll find out when I come to edit it. But I think my t-shirt was catching on the microphone a little bit, so when I was playing the guitar and I was operating the pedal, you're getting a few crackly bits coming through. So fingers crossed that's not going to happen today. I did take a bit more care when I put the mic on. Anyway, so that's the verse section and like the heavy part of the verse. And there's one bit on this song that I'm not really going to be able to recreate, which is a shame, but it's the bit before the guitar solo. Yeah, there's a bit sort of like right at the end of the singing section. He fell to the floor. I can't find him no more. I can't help him no more. Ooh, no. So it's just ends on that chord, and that chord rings out, and because I've got a really loud amp on stage, it turns into feedback, and then I can use the whammy bar on. And this is one reason I use the Charvel for this. So I can use the whammy bar then to change the note of the feedback. So what I'll do, I'm going to dig out a live recording. I've got to mention, you might remember that at the start of the year, I put out a live video, a full-length Budgie video. Shortly after that, I got a phone call from the guy that made the video, and he asked me to take it down. So that's how it works. You know, it's like whoever makes the video owns it. So if they're not happy, then they're, you know. But what he has said is he's happy for me to do individual tracks. So that's what I'm going to do with this video. And then you'll see it in action. So there's a lot of feedback. Burke used to sort of he did this thing where he kind of he used to sort of bang on the body of his bass, and it was almost like he was playing the strings, but I think by doing that it was making the strings bounce off the frets, that sort of thing. So I think that sort of generated a slightly different sound to what would have come out if it had just picked the strings. You get some harmonics and some sort of high-pitched things coming through. Yeah. That sort of thing. But it's kind of like when you've got your amp set really loud, those things tend to be a little bit more chaotic, and you get these really cool effects happening. As that progresses, Burke starts playing this kind of I don't know. It's like a shuffle. That a shuffle is like a it's like the old status quo thing. It's that sort of. And then Steve does a little fill around the toms, and at this point I'm still letting the chord ring out, letting the strings ring out, letting the feedback kind of do what it wants to do, messing around with my whammy bar, and then eventually you get this ascending run of chords, and the chord shape, it's just that it's like a one finger A chord, but I've got my third finger on the B and the thin E strings in the same position as if I was doing a 4-finger G chord. So it's that, and I'm just moving up one fret at a time, and it sort of does a few frets, has a little pause, does a few more frets, has a little pause, and then eventually it finishes 12 frets above where it began. And at that point I always used to sort of stick my guitar in the air and kind of do this, and I still do it when I do my one-man show. I always have to have a look at the ceiling just to see if I've got enough height, because some ceilings are come only just above my head, so I've kind of had the situation where I've gone bang straight into the ceiling, so that's not very cool. Very entertaining, but yeah. So this sequence of chords, it kind of goes difficult when your guitar's not on a strap and you're not standing up, but yeah, that's the idea. So it's just got this. The climax is the. So then he just goes straight into the solo. Now JT, one of his trademarks was repetition. He'd come up with an idea and he'd play it again and he'd play it again and he'd play it again, and it's kind of like Bert used to say, he'd play something and you'd to the point where you got absolutely sick of it, and he'd carry on playing it, and then eventually you'd start liking it again. So this was JT's style. He's the one guy I never met, the one important Budgie character that I never actually met, which is a shame. But I know he was a massive character, and he was very much missed by Burke and Steve when he was no longer in the band. But hey. Right, so the solo, there's one tricky bit which I'm going to try. It's because I don't play this very often, and to be honest, this tricky part, it's very rare that I've actually played it correctly. When I do, it's almost as much a shock to me as anybody else. It's a really strange thing, but really cool. I'd like to see how John actually played it. He might have had a trick, I don't know, but. Anyway, so this is the solo. That was the thing. So I mean, what I can do for you now, if you're interested, say, when you hear the solo not in context, it's probably going to not mean a fat lot to anybody. So I've set the backing track up. I've got a rough balance between my guitar and the backing track, and I'll just play through the song for you. And then I'll say, at the end, I'll just put the live video, just so you can sort of see it. But okay. into the dawn. Long face with a Stetson on, a hero of suicide, stepped into the light. He stood ready to fight. Uncle, don't go. It's not the way that a man should go. No, stand back and let him ride. You already died. You already died. There's a bad feeling inside. With his heart, he moves his hand. Gunslinger pose, classic stance. Black glamour came into the sand. He fell to the floor. I can't find him no So that's how it kind of sounded. Yeah, my voice is not the best today, sadly, but yeah, I'm also conscious I don't want to overload the mic because when I'm giving it full beans, I tend to sort of sing a lot louder than what I've got this set up for, to be honest. That's my excuses out of the way. The bit that I want to just talk about briefly is the bit that I struggle to play, which it's quite difficult. I remember saying to Burke at the time, it reminded me of the end section of a theme tune to an old children's program that was around when I was a kid called Mr. Ben, and anybody who knows that theme tune will be able to sort of recognise that. Now the end of that is slightly different, but that's kind of the riff that I think JT played. At least that's what it sounded like to me. And it's just an absolute pig to play, you know. But since I've been doing more economy picking, there is a way that I could play it using economy picking, but I probably played it more times using alternate picking than I've tried doing the economy picking. So it's like the couple of times I've just demonstrated it, it's yeah, I just went for the alternate picking and hoped for the best. That's about as good as it ever gets, but yeah, I thought that was quite amusing. And I said this to Burke, and he says that sounds about the sort of thing that John would have done. You know, taking a kid's TV theme tune and just made it into a, you know, like a heavy rock guitar solo. Brilliant. I mean, I can't fault the guy. So that's Gunslinger for you. So if you've enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up. It's not over yet, because I say I'm going to just put the live version of us performing it after I sign off, sort of thing. So so make sure you keep watching, basically. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you've got any more suggestions, anything Budgie related is great, you know, as long as it's one of the songs that I used to play. I should probably put a list out there, but I mean, just put whatever you fancy, and if it's not too taxing, I'll give it a bash. But also, I mean, any of my own stuff. If there's anybody who's listened to any of my tunes and they'd like to hear a breakdown of something that I've written as well, great, you know. There's one or two tracks off the Budgie Cuckoo Land album that obviously I was involved with. So and somebody's already asked for something. I think it was. What was the song? I'm compressing the comb on a cockerel's head. That was an actual song. If you haven't heard that one, it's there's quite a good story to it. So yeah, that's on the list anyway. So you know, that'll be coming up. So yeah, so now you've seen the Black Chauvel. I'm getting through the guitars now. I should probably do something on the 7-string next, but that's it for now. I'm going to leave it there. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.
We got a song here for a friend of ours. We do this each night for a friend of ours. You might know him too. He's from Brum. He's our old guitarist. His name is John Thomas. Hey, get it for John. JT. We saw him last week, or the week before. His track on this tour. Well, it is like the Antiques Roadshow, isn't it? Let's be fair. And this is for John. He was the original Gunslinger.
Please,